What is up, everybody? Luke Boy here. Today, I'm gonna mint some Galaxy Warriors, just so you can go ahead and see what that even means, what it even is, how to do it, all that kind of cool thing, cool jazz, no, whatever. So I got these Galaxy. This is actually a mint pass or pre-sale token, and what that allows you to do is it allows you to basically go and mint four. Well, for me, I have four. I own four of these for 0.07 ETH, and the public sale will be 0.18 ETH, so it's like double, even more than double actually. So yeah, no, whatever. So what I want to do is quickly show you why I got these. So what happened is I haven't got it on this account, but I've just transferred this to here. Is that on my other account I have 4 Galaxy eggs. And what that allows me to do is if you hold Galaxy eggs, you get airdropped, or did get airdropped. These, obviously that's closed now. You can go ahead and sell these on the market if you want. I really like the Galaxy eggs. If you want to see what I mean by Galaxy eggs, we'll go on to here. Sneak peek. These are kind of, that's not one of them, but they're kind of like Galaxy Warriors, sorry. Kind of like this. Yeah. It's probably better to see it, this one's cool. Bigger is probably cool, yeah. These cool things. I'm not going to go into too much more detail. You can go and have a look yourself. Just go into Galaxy. Well, the Galaxy eggs are the Galaxy-eggs here. The Galaxy Warriors are Galaxy-Warriors-999. I don't know why it's such an annoying name, but you can see these are already selling for 0.27 like before. So I basically could claim like an Ethereum profit. If I sold these, I really like them actually. I prefer them more than the Galaxy eggs themselves, so I will go ahead and just keep them. Because also they're unrevealed, and so obviously you might get a rare, you might get whatever, but this price will probably go down at some point and meet the mint. Maybe go down to 0.1, but you know, you've got to decide, do you want to sell them now, maybe buy back in later, or do you want to potentially get a rarer one, which could be worth 1 ETH or more, or you know, medium rares, which should just be kind of par for the course. So let's just jump back on to what I was doing. So what we want to do is we want to go and actually mint this now. So let's go in here, OpenSea link, official link. I'd always use the official links from Discord, but I would also just be careful because sometimes it can be hacked. So I'm looking for Mr. Bob. Mr. Bob's the guy that normally does it. Of course, his Discord could be, his account could be hacked and he could be posting in it. So I'd always just have a quick kind of glance around and just make sure that there's consistencies. You know, it doesn't say in here, but you could Google it. Again, there's limitations and scams that can be done with that. Actually, this is in the wrong browser, so 1 sec. So there's 5,396 available. That's the price. It will double as of like 10. Well, when the pre-sale ends. How do I connect my wallet? Is it gonna let me? Connect, refresh. There we go. Connect to my wallet. You can go ahead and read T's and C's if you want. There's that many left, so basically there would have been these many tickets available, but people probably decide, I don't know, people probably mint when the gas is low. Obviously this is gas. It's $124. Now you've got to decide, do you just do it? Obviously I've got to pay that as well. You know, now it's 136, and you can wait. You know, I think I paid some gas yesterday or this morning for 87. And obviously that would be divided by 4 tokens for NFTs. So it's not crazy. Even now it's not crazy. It's 0.01. Now it's 152. And that it keeps refreshing. And so like you could sit here, I'll probably just pause the video for a minute unless the next one magically, you know, it's going up again. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video, wait until this is at a nice value. I'll go ahead and do it and show you the second half of the video. Right, so I just done it. $100, $20 here and there, or whatever, $30. You get comfortable with the fees. You could be waiting half a day just to get down an extra $20, $30, and so it's like, am I going to sit here and just wait and keep refreshing and clicking and refreshing and clicking? You can if you really have a low budget. So if you're doing that 0.52 Ethereum, it's probably best to do some research when the best times are in your time zone, and then just check at those times. That's what I would suggest. So what we're going to go ahead and do is jump back to my account. They should now be here, or they're going to be here. They are not yet here, I don't believe. No, let's check the transaction, because you want to always check the transactions gone through. Pre-mint, money went down. You can see here it's this thing. Oh, it ended up costing me 76, so that's what happens, you know, total this. So I spent for 4, obviously if you want to go and, you know, work it out. 0. I don't look at the dollar value just because Ethereum fluctuates all the time, so it changes. But if you want 0.0237 per NFT, and it will take a bit of time potentially. It could be a minute, it could be less. Yeah, it's not actually gone ahead and done anything. It still says I own this. You own 3. It's really weird. Did I just go ahead and mint 1? What a donut. Alright. Okay, so apparently I minted 1. Well, that's an example of how not to fucking do it, basically. So don't go ahead and mint just 1. You want to go ahead and mint all of them because the gas, I haven't even, oh, there it is. Okay, well, alright. Now I go ahead and do 3. So that was a disaster. Again, in this instance, right, that's a bit more realistic because I was like, when it's in decimals, it's really hard to sometimes work out, like, obviously the price per one is that, then you've got to add on gas. So mine's in that instance, it's like, hang on a second, isn't? But I just didn't work. I would have figured it out after once I actually crunched the numbers. Because what I do is when I enter this into my purchase sheet, I convert it to the cost in US dollars on the day, and I would notice. But that is something not to do. Yes, the gas is higher, but if you go 281 divided by 3, it says it's $93. So it doesn't even look like it's that much of a saving, but it's because this fluctuates. So again, I'm not going to cut this out because there's no point. If you ever have something like that, it is actually this gas getting stupid now. It's actually beneficial to mint together. Usually there's a saving. In this instance, there's not. And just thinking out loud, that could be because you are actually minting 3 NFTs, and so therefore you're still paying 3 lots of gas. So again, like I said, I'm still not 100% advanced. Thinking of it now, I suspect this is still going to cost me the same amount of gas as if I did it once than if I did it 3 times. The reason is because you're buying 3 NFTs and it's actually not 1. So if you're doing, the example could be if you're buying something for 5 ETH, you'll still pay 1 lot of gas, $100 or $70. But if you're obviously doing more, it still counts as single NFT. So that's something that I knew, but because I don't do this kind of thing, minting from the website and stuff all the time. I don't do it that often at all. It's again something good for me just to learn. So, you know, you could do $294 divided by 3, coming up at like $98. Pretty good. Actually, I think that's cheaper, isn't it? It is cheaper because when we were looking at just that one NFT that I minted, it was coming out at like $100 and something. And obviously 3 more is not 3 times that, otherwise it would be not far greater, but greater than the gas fee that we're seeing here. So what you want to do again is you just want to wait. I'll go ahead and pause this again, just so you can see what's going on. Obviously it's now gone up even further. So I'll go ahead and pause this and then I'll show you once it's confirmed, but that's definitely something to be aware of because, yeah, I'm still learning. I'm still getting comfortable. It's not necessarily the learning part, it's doing things repetitively or often. I don't do this often, so it's very easy, just like with Amazon. You don't do something like your account very often. It's very easy to forget like how to do like VAT return, which I do myself and stuff like that. Now I don't have that, but again, because I'm still new to the NFT space, there's things where I've done a handful of times, but because it's not often enough, maybe it's once a month, there's still things that you forget. So give me a sec, I'll wait until this goes down a bit, and then I will proceed. Okay, hopefully you can't hear this TV in the background, by the way. I completely forgot it was even on, because I'm so in the zone right now. Got that free airdrop earlier, and I'm just like, let's go, let's do this. Hopefully I was like, maybe I can, like, you know, when you're in like a positive spirit, positive energy field and all that in your mind, you always find that you attract better things. So in my mind I was like, right, if I go, I was feeling pumped. I was like, right, if I go and mint these Galaxy Warriors now, because it's been open since yesterday, let's get a rare. Like, I was like, I'm going to get a rare. So that's why I was like, let's go now and let's do this. So in my mind I was like, yeah, let's get a rare. Oh, well, we actually paid about 200. Let's actually see what we paid. So the gas is always an estimate, and I find that usually it's lower. Where do I find it? Oh, it's this thing. Yeah, 226, and it said 220. So at 293. That's what it said. So if we just go ahead and find out the actual cost of these, obviously the total cost is down here. So it's 0.2832 plus the other one, 0.948, divide by 4. I paid 0.3078 each. So now you might think, well, the premium price is this. Yeah, that's the issue with gas. The cheaper this thing is, the gas will be a higher proportion of the transaction. And so actually I paid 0.3 for these because of the gas, and it will be the same for anyone that mints. So if this is when it goes to public sale and if there's still warriors available, this will be 0.18, and then obviously people have to pay gas on top, which will be, I don't know, whatever it is on the day, $100. If they got 4, that's $400, yeah. And if obviously the price to mint this is, as of right, why can't you just give me that box? Damn. 216, and the gas is about $100 each, so yeah, or whatever, $80 each, or 70. It's a high enough proportion of what I'm minting here. Obviously, if you're doing this, that's how much you'd be paying, and then you would have to pay gas. So maybe it'll cost you, is that right? 0.30. I just want to check. It's better to do it live on here. The thing is, you don't want to be, a 0. That was for 3. I marked that up, didn't I? 0.28. That's why it's always really good to make sure that you're building a spreadsheet for these transactions. I have literally, I'm sure I've shown you before, my NFT records. I'm getting my VA to change this and adapt to this, but it's really good to have this so that you're really recording the breakdown properly, because you want to know what's going on rather than just going, yeah, made some profit, cool, it's somewhere in that. People do it with Amazon all the time. They go, yeah, they made some profit in that, but they don't actually spend the time actually breaking it down properly and looking at all the fees. So now that I've realized my mistake again, I'm so excited about this. You obviously want to do 0.283, we included that, plus 0.9, it's because I didn't divide by 4. Well, I thought I did. Oh my god, can I not type on this thing? 0.0948 plus, come on, we can do this, baby steps, 0.2832, 0.378. Okay, we worked it out. Whew. You thought maths would have been relatively easy with the calculator. You see that? 0.945 each. There we are. Easy enough there. Alright, we'll go ahead and refresh the page. These are the Galaxy Warriors. Now, something interesting that you may or may not agree with, and I'm not entirely sure on it, is that sometimes I mint these, yeah? These would be here. People can bid on these. I can't tell the rarity of these at all. But I believe there are softwares that people have created that allows them to actually work it out. Because after a while, you may see bids on your NFTs. And that gives me the insight into, are they seeing something that I'm not? Let's say I got one bid on one of these NFTs and not the others. I'll use that as a maybe that it's better than the others. So if I was looking to sell something, that maybe I wanted to, I only paid 0.09 for these. I could go ahead and sell them if I want. And, it's not that high really. It's not anything crazy, but you could go ahead and make, let's just do that, times that by 4, and you probably pay, how much would you pay in, if you're buying that, people, I don't know if I'm selling that though, wouldn't it be different? If I sell that, I'll have to pay royalties, yes, 5%, okay. So then, what I'll do is 0.275, you would times that by 4, you would minus 5%, you'd minus 7.5, 2.5% to OpenSea and 5% to them, so 0.275 times minus 7.5%, you'd make 0.0, honestly, what's going on? Times by 4, minus 7.5% equals, you make 1.0175 ETH after fees, but then obviously you got your buy price to minus off, which was 0.98, so that's a set 0.98 minus 0.37, something like that. You made 0.64 ETH just by doing that transaction. And again, I made 0.52 ETH from today from a free airdrop, so I could make a 1.15 ETH or something today by just doing a handful of things. I am keeping these because I love them. I showed you the art at the beginning, so I'm keeping them. But you could go ahead and sell 2. You could go ahead and sell some to make some profits. It's just literally just depending on your strategies. I'm keeping some of my Galaxy stuff for long term. Again, where they're relatively cheap, the price can even come down to the price I paid. That's not the end of the world, really, is it? So that is literally how you go ahead and mint. Obviously, be careful of gas, especially if you're new and you haven't got a lot of ETH, because the fluctuations in the prices of these can be on stuff that is pre-reveal. It's very unsustainable. Like you can see here, the price here has gone. Doesn't look like it's gone down much, but it has. Not a massive amount of volume, meaning like sales, so that people are probably going to undercut here because not many sales are going through, so people want to sell them, just like Amazon. If it's not selling a lot and they have stock, they want to sell, they bring the price down a little bit, like 5p, 10p, just they want to get that cheap, they want to be slightly cheaper. So if it was selling at 0.275, people could go 0.274 or even 49, and it would appear in the buy now section as the cheaper, slightly cheaper option. So you probably notice it here. Not really actually, but people will be trying to joust for this bottom spot to get the first purchase or second purchase. See here, this has got an offer. This could be an offer based on the person's listed it, so a person's trying to buy it cheap. But you can see there's quite a lot of different people here. So what I sometimes do is I'll save the link like this. I'll save the bookmark, and I'll actually just go ahead when it reveals, go and check if it's a rarer one or not. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be super rare, it just has to be rarer, because I do believe their softwares don't always pick up the exact perfect ones. Another thing I do, I go to highest last sale, and if you notice that any of them are selling, these are kind of just, this was bought 7 hours ago for this price, but if you notice anyone buying for like 1.5 or 2 ETH or 1 ETH, like 2 times the cheapest, they probably know that that's a good one. That's the world that we live in with the NFTs at the moment. People can just create software and read the code, and if some projects aren't very good with their coding on these NFTs, then what happens is you can read the code and actually identify if it's a rare or not. Now that's normally with the crappy NFTs where they're not being implemented properly or securely. But you can tell here, no one's really bought anything at a silly price, so that's what you want to see, because then otherwise it makes you think people are picking up the good ones, and therefore you might want to sell now, because you think, well, the good ones get bought. Or what you would do is you would wait until a little bit longer today, because I've only just got my NFTs, so you want to wait maybe 6 hours, see if people put any bids in. If you have some bids, maybe sell the others if you were looking at it. But because I can see that there's no real person buying up essentially unknown NFTs for a high price for an unknown reason, probably because they're better or rarer, then you could actually, if you saw that a lot, you could sell off the bat, because this price will probably drop when it's revealed. So the ones that are shittest will end up being sold for cheap, because people have bought in at 0.095, so that could go in half and they're breaking even or making a tiny profit, like $100. So even then, so people will probably be trying to get rid of their crap ones. Although there's not really any crap ones as such, because the rarity on this project is not necessarily obvious. It's more aesthetics, like I said. So those are the kind of things you have to bear in mind. When just what would make you want this one over the other ones. They're all kind of unique in their own way. The only ones that are normally rare is like a signature. On the first edition, on the Galaxy X, he did a signature, and they sold for more. And so this is just something to be aware of, like research. More information you have, the little subtle touches you understand. Like I know a signature's more rarer, then it's normally better. The girlfriend just barges in and starts to talk, and I'm pausing it like, Miglia, I just told you I'm gonna. Anyway, that's pretty much it for me. Gonna leave it there. Don't want it to be too crazy long, but that's about minting and a little bit about how I might decide what to do right now once I've got the mint to happen. Because what you will notice is that some things will pump like crazy from mint, so this could go up 5 or 10x from now before reveal. Then it could crash down, or it could do the opposite. And so there's little tiny variables that are nice to know about projects before you actually make a decision on what you're going to do. Or if you're looking to, maybe for me, I'm doing it long term, I'm just going to hold now and wait for reveal and see what happens. Anyway, enough from me. See you guys on the next one. Bye.